The city of Philadelphia banned the so-called scary ghost guns in violation of Pennsylvania's preemption law. GOA sued the city over the ban, but a liberal judge ruled in the city's favor. Now the case is headed to the state's Supreme Court. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Hey Wolverines, it's John Crump, and this is John Crump News. Do you know what time it is? It is time to right a wrong in the Keystone State. Right after you check out my locals at johncrump.locals.com. And if you want to do me a favor, you can always subscribe to the channel. It really helps out and it costs you absolutely nothing. The wrong we are talking about today is the city of brotherly love, and no, we're not going to be talking about when they threw batteries at Santa Claus. We're going to be talking about how they banned privately manufactured firearms, and in doing so, violated the state's preemption law. You see, Philly is a high crime city that is very, very anti-gun, despite being the home of groups like Black Guns Matter, which is an awesome group. One of the reps from Philadelphia, who I personally debated, is Almond Brown. Newsflash, he underestimated me and lost. I'm not talking about a little loss. I'm talking about a loss so big that it made him decide never to debate anyone ever again. Here's a little hint for you guys, and take this any way you want, but I am very, very good at digging into people's past. If you did something bad in the past, I will find it. Research is my thing. So if you used to sling drugs on the streets of Philadelphia or any other streets, you might not want to come on my show acting all high and mighty, because I know exactly who you are. Now let's get back to Almond Brown. One of the other things that he wants to do is require gun shows to make a copy of everyone's ID that attends and supply them to the states. Why, you might ask? Well, he's worried about people buying polymer 80 kits at gun shows. But polymer 80s don't exist anymore, you might say, and you would be right. You can't sell kits anymore, and you might be right about that too. But Almond Brown either doesn't know that to be the facts, or he is just trying to use the ghost gun thing as an excuse to get everyone's ID at gun shows. But he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Honestly, he's not that smart. Honestly, I think the reason that he's using it is just for an excuse, but who really knows? But that's a story for another time. Let's just say Almond Brown hates guns. He especially hates 80s, so he pushed the city into banning unserialized frames, even though the ban violated preemption, which says you cannot do that. Preemption says that a city cannot ban something that the state law allows. Basically, local laws cannot be stricter than state laws. The city ordinance was an outright ban, which is a lot stricter than the state law. This case should have been open and shut. The city violated the state law, so the ordinance should be struck down in court, right? Well, I hate to tell you this, but that isn't how things always works. It's supposed to work that way, but in reality, we have these people that are called activist judges. These judges have two things in common. First, they hate your freedom. I mean, these guys really hate your freedom. They do not want you to be able to protect yourself. They want you dependent on the government, because that is how you keep control. Remember, gun control is never about the gun. It is always about the control and the control of the people. And if you allow people to defend themselves, you lose that control. Secondly, they don't care about the laws. They are ideologues. All they care about is their personal beliefs. There are some good Democrat judges out there that do rule in the favor of the plaintiffs if the defendants are violating the law, but that didn't happen in this case. Even though this is a clear violation of Pennsylvania's state preemption law, the courts decided to side in favor of the city. Amazing that the home of the Liberty Bell decided to go full anti-liberty and ban unserialized frames. GOA was like, what the F? and filed an appeal to the Supreme Court. When you appeal to the state Supreme Court, it's much like you're appealing to the United States Supreme Court, meaning that the state Supreme Court does not have to take the case. They can just deny the petition. Everyone has been waiting with bated breath to see what exactly will happen. And now we know, and it's good news for everyone in Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court has granted the petition, meaning that GOA will get another shot at taking down the city's ordinances. GOA will get another shot at defending the right to keep and bear arms of the residents of Philadelphia. Hopefully, this time the court will find for the plaintiffs and restore liberty to all those who live in the city of brotherly love.